We're off. We are live today at Gold Valley Lakes in Aldershot. I'm fishing the Sunday Open on the Syndicate Lake, and I've drawn peg 140. And we've just started. I've just been trying to work out where GoPro decided to hide the go live button on its last update. But I found it, so we're all good. We're all a bit of a panic and a rush, so I'll calm down. Settle into the match. It looks lovely to start. It's going to be absolutely pouring down by the time we finish, so it's going to be an interesting match and stream. Connection should be pretty good where I am, so hopefully that's all as it should be. I've got two cameras up as usual, and I've got my son with me as well, just in the background, and that's a little liner I've just had on that method. Yesterday they had the Rushmore final on this lake, and I think it was one with 60 pound. So where low weight last week was, you know, 50 pound, high weight 100. Yesterday it was low weight 30, high weight 60. Now I don't know what's going to happen today. The sun's come out, the rain's coming later. It's flat calm, despite it should have to it should be a little bit windy, but it's not. And I'm in an area that I don't really want to be in, but because I'm on the end peg and the next one to be has not been drawn, that's why I'm now the end peg, it might be alright. Let's just go over, I guess, where we are. So we're on a peg 140. The pegs on this bank, far bank of Syndicate, go from 119 to 142. I'm on a peg 140, but there's no one in 142. It wasn't drawn today, so I'm actually the end peg, which entitles me to fish up against this left hand bank. So I've set up a bomb I'm going to put towards the rope. I've got a pole line at 13 meters. I put a pole line into my left, which is about 8 meters out from the next peg bank, so a short pole line. And I've put a method up against this bank, so I've got 4 lines to fish. One method, one bomb, 2 pole lines. So 3 balls went on the right hand side, a handful of pellets, handful of dead maggot. 1 pot of loose ground bait went on the left hand side, and I'm going to feed live maggots over the top of that. And I've got 2 rigs for out in front of me, one for bream and one for carp. And one's an 019 to 017 to a size 14 MWG. That's going to be the carp rig, obviously. And I've got another rig which is 015 to 011 to a size 18 SLWG, which is for the bream. So hopefully I'll catch a few fish on the bomb, a few fish on the pole, a few fish on my left, and a few fish up the bank. So I've got fish on this left hand edge, suspected F1s milling around, but for some reason not having my bait. Oh, that's a bite. Right, see, I've hooked a fish. So just as my son has just walked past the place. So if this is an F1, which it definitely is, I can feel it is, then you know, bang on Anthony, right? And what I have to keep quiet is not remind myself that I had this exact conversation with Mark Eves yesterday. Or it may even have been this morning, about you might have to fish maggot up the bank if it's a load of F1s. So Anthony, thank you very much. And Mark, don't berate me too much in the car on the way home when you tell me that you told me about that anyway. 3 hours to go. I'm going to go back and check the pole line in 5 more minutes. If there's no bream on it, I'm going to top it up with 2 more balls of ground bait and start chucking maggots over the top of it. This is the line where I put some ground bait, 3 balls of ground bait out to start with micros and dead maggots. The idea for this line was we'll catch some bream over it, but if carp come, then we've got a carp rig for it. I look after an hour and there was no signs of life, so I've left it another hour. I've got another little shot on that. That might have been a little indication, I'm not sure. A few more minutes, and if it doesn't produce me a fish, as I said, I'll top it up, start firing maggots over the top. Exactly what you wouldn't want to do if you were going to keep fishing for bream on it, but all I'm doing is I'm turning it into a carp line. That's a bite though. That's a fish, like an F1. What is that? Surely, isn't it? I don't want it to be. I want it to be a bream. It's not. It's an F1. Okay, well, I'm not going to grumble. That's sort of thrown me actually to what I should do with the line. I was happy if I was going to throw it away and just turn it into a carp line, then. You know, that was pretty clear cut. Now I've got that F1 on it, I've suddenly stalled for a second. Interesting about the top up. If you want to catch bream in this venue, don't top up ever. You've got to put your initial bait in and then that's your lot. You can't top it up, because all that happens is you seem to attract carp and that ends your bream fishing day. So now, because the bream aren't there, I caught an F1 but not another bite from an F1. I'm now going to feed that line quite heavily with maggots, and hopefully a passing carp is going to come along and go, I'm going to stay here now. So the pole line is now, the main pole line is now a carp line, and I'm going to fish that with a bunch of maggots on the hook when I go back out over it. I'm going to have a 5-minute look here and then I'm back up the bank. Right, so what we're looking for is that float to just bury and hook a carp. That's all we've got to do. Oh, just before 5 to. Oh, float's gone under. It's not a carp, it's an F1. Doesn't know what to do because I've got black hydro in. Okay. Weird. But welcome. to that like it's a bream on blue hydro. I don't know what that is. That might be a carp. It's got a lot of black hydro out. Might be a carp, might be a big F1. Caught around its fin. I don't think it's foul hooked. I think the line's caught around its dorsal fin. There, it's just come off. No, still stuck. It's come off. How long we got? Hour and a half. Loads of time. Loads of time. I've got 15 pound F1s, one carp. Suddenly the match has all changed. Maybe in my own head. Maybe the the people in the the rest of the anglers are running away with it, but let's get out of my head for a minute. Making the decision to change that line from bream to carp, fire maggots over the top, try and stimulate something into happening, you know. I've got to believe that it was the right choice and I've had the right result out of it. Just desperately trying to rack my brains as to what's going on. Is that the carp are there and they're sitting there? Are they slowly moving through the peg? Are they hoovering up all the maggots? Is it one carp, 6 carp? Just, you know, just can't work out quite what's going on. The maggots are just lying on the bottom. Am I just getting liners? Where have the F1s gone? You know, all these questions. I must admit, it was looking very excited an hour ago, but it's petered out. The carp came along and moved the F1s away, which, rather they didn't, I'd rather just have kept on catching F1s, to be honest. £2–3 a piece, that would have been alright. And about a carp. I think I found it's a carp. And let's see if anything's turned up. There we go. That's not an F1. That's not foul hooked. That's exactly what I'm waiting for. Big fat ghosty. Get in that net. You're 10 pounds, isn't you, pal? Couldn't resist them maggots, could you? Trickcha! I've put the hook in my hands, that's good. Ouch, ouch. Can't feel it, too cold. Right. Back on the pole line then. So I think it's that time of the day when I just say, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you'd like to see when I'm fishing again in the next match or pleasure session, then you can hit the subscribe button, turn the notifications on, that would be great. You'll be able to see when I go fishing. And if you already are subscribed, that's fantastic, I really appreciate it. If you could hit a like on the stream, that would be great too, it gives it visibility. And if you feel so inclined, then pop a hi and chat, and let's have a chat about fishing. There's some very knowledgeable anglers that are watching the channel, so if you've got a question, then feel free to ask, and if not, ask later on and I'll do my best to answer it. I hope you're enjoying some live fishing. That might be foul hooked. That might be foul hooked. It's not stopping. That's foul up, that is. The float just dipped and then stopped. It's trying to get around here, whatever it's trying to. Right. So, it's not come out yet. So, if it's not foul hooked, it's another lump. I've got 15 minutes to get this in after the whistle. That's the rules. There's a sort of a tree to my right. I don't want to ship it back while it's cut it to the right as it has. I was just going to drag it straight through this tree. Does not feel like the right idea. Let's cast it now. Oh no. Oh no, now it wants it. Right. Come here. Oh, now it's come off. And that's the end of that. Smash the float. Oh well, that's the end of that then. Broke me off. Broke me off on a 0.17 hook length. And shattered the top of the float. Oh no, it's not. The float's right. Right, that's the end of my match.